Yeah, we are live now. You can.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Nice. Welcome, friends. This is our third workshop, which is dedicated to developing Telegram mini apps. And without a long introduction, we continue. Chris, please.
Okay. Thank you so much, Vladimir. Okay, so welcome back. It's our third workshop. It's our third workshop, as Vladimir mentioned. We're going to do the quick intros. Vlad is not with me today, just me, ex-Facebook, Drift, VIP Kids. And on our third workshop, we're going to talk about sharing and why it's important. So without long introductions, let's go into advanced sharing. So there are two ways you can share your Telegram mini app. It's obviously through inline query sharing and deep linking. I'll explain why it's important to think early about user experience and sharing experience within Telegram. So as I mentioned before during our second workshop, the thing about Telegram is that Telegram as a platform is very unique. It does not have its own centralized feed. So most of the time, if you're looking to drive organic traffic to your platform or to your Telegram mini app, you're looking at driving traffic through sharing. Therefore, you need to think about being able to put together users in different communities. So this can be channel communities, chat communities. Think about cases of Notcoin, Clicker Boost, the Pixels. These are all great examples of the teams and products utilizing sharing to kind of spread in a viral fashion. So we're going to talk about that today, and we're going to talk about inline query sharing. So what inline query allows you to do is to create an easy options, customizable options for your users to share your app in different chats. Very convenient. Not a lot of apps utilize that, unfortunately, but there are a lot of awesome things that you can play around with and that you will hopefully like. We're going to go in more depth today into it. And obviously there is deep linking. So there is, if you use a deep link to your Telegram mini app, you can put it in your posts, then it will just open mini app about like over your Telegram channel or even in your Telegram stories. If you put a link in your stories description, then when the user presses it, Telegram mini app will open and they'll see your mini app. That is also good because that allows for additional user reactivation. So without further ado, let's go into sharing. So regular queries, very straightforward. You just the user just types in the username of your bot in any chat, and they'll have a selection of inline queries. Over today's workshop, we're going to create our own bot that would support inline queries, and then the most fascinating thing about inline queries is that they can be updatable. So even though the message that the user sends seems like it's a message coming from the user, in reality, that's not the case. In reality, it's a message from the bot. So what it means is that we as bot owners can control the content of that message completely. I'll walk you through a couple of examples. So for example, this would work greatly if you want to dynamically update the content. For example, you're running a game within community and dynamically update the post that will have the list of winners. Easy. If you're looking at deeper personalization from creators, for example, shout out users who for example, bought something. That can be an interesting reward. Or just being able to control the post however you like. So for example, you want to run small A/B test. So for the half of the day, you have one set of text and buttons, and for the second half of the day, you change things up. The most fascinating things about this is that posts can be updated in all sorts of ways. So you can update the photo, you can update the button under the post, you can update the text. So you have the full control. And honestly, honestly, it's been a lifesaver for us, because when you're working with ads within Telegram, especially with creators, like peer-to-peer ads with Telegram channels, it's always a big pain point of ours to ensure that creator does not forget a button, puts in all the UTM links, and that's a big issue. But with this setup, the only thing creator needs to do is choose an inline query, and the rest will be done for them. So that's a big benefit. That's why I highly encourage people to look into inline query. And yeah, so to stop dynamic queries, super straightforward. I'll walk you through the entire process during this workshop myself. So first, you obviously create the bot with bot fodder. You turn on inline mode. You turn on inline feedback. Then you simply listen to the updates either through long polling or through webhook. When you catch the update of the inline query, you resolve the inline message ID and you update it in any way you want. So that's it for the presentation for now. And let's go through the code. Okay, so let me present, share the screen. Let's do the entire screen, shall we? Okay. Vladimir, if you could approve. Thank you so much. Okay, so we already have the folder here set up. So I'll walk you through the entire process. We'll create the bot together, and hopefully it's going to be useful for you guys. Okay, so first we obviously need to create environment. Let's create this. Okay. Perfect. Then the next thing we need to do is obviously install. We have instructions all here. So I'll send it over after the hackathon. So first we're installing Python Telegram bot app. That's what we are using. Give me a second to run an environment. Perfect. Now let's repeat. Perfect. We have this and. Let's do python.env. Okay, perfect. We have everything here. Now let's create, what should we name our file? Let's do .py. Okay, let's open it up. Okay, so first you obviously need to import a couple of things from the library that we initiated. From Telegram, let's import update. Okay, and let's start let's first write up the basic start bot, and we'll go from there. Okay. Telegram. Let's import application builder. This will help us build our bot. We need context types for the context for the commands, and let's do first command handler. Okay, so let's, oh, my bad, from .env import environment, and also import us. Okay. So first of all, let's import our token from the environmental file. So load environment, token house, get environment, token. Perfect. Now the next thing we need to do is obviously create a start command. Let's do asynchronous define start handler. So for update, it takes in update. Then we set up the context. So context types, let's do default type. Okay, perfect. So what we need to do is basically whenever a user sends a message, like start command message, we simply send the reply. So let's do like this: await, edit, message, reply, text, hi, DoraHacks. That's your start handler text. So this is super straightforward. Now the thing we need to do is create an app with application builder. So application builder, token token, and then build. Okay, and let's create an app handler as well. So whenever a user uses command, we are going to react to the command accordingly. So start, and it's going to use start handler function. Okay, so because we don't want to worry about setting up webhooks or anything else, it'll just take unnecessary time. I'm going to use long polling for this. So run polling, perfect. Let's see if this works. So Python, but by, okay, should be good, as you can see. Magnificent. Okay, so this is working. This is working, and let's get back to the things that we need to do now. We need to ensure that for the inline queries, first of all, you need to ensure that the inline mode for the bot is turned on. So you go into bot father. I already selected the bot workshop ggBot. So bot settings, inline mode, turn on. I usually use placeholder share. That's just more convenient. Let's see. Let's start the bot again. And we're going to workshop ggBot share. As you can see, nothing goes on because we have no handler for the inline queries. So we obviously need to write that up now. Okay. Let's do this. So for inline handler, you obviously need to create a function. Let's create a function here and define inline handler. Update, obviously context types, default type, super straightforward, right? So for inline query, whenever we are answering, we need to define the list of inline query results. So we're going to use only one result for now, but you can play around with it and add multiple results, okay? So let's do sample result. It accepts basically dictionary. So we need to do type. Article is the most straightforward type. It can be a message, it can be anything else. ID, the ID does not really matter. It's for your own thing, accounting. So now title. Let's do title. Let's do something like workshop inline query handler. Okay, perfect. Now we need to do input message context, as far as I remember. Okay, so for input message context, we can input a couple of things. So first of all, the message that will go out after the inline query works, and also terminate the bot so we can pull the data. And obviously all the details around that message. So for the sake of convenience, let's do just the text for now. Message type text. Hi there. That's my inline query handler. Okay, so super straightforward. Now, before we end, we also need to add the reply markup within the message. So let's do it like this. Reply markup. My bad. Missed the line. Let's do it like this. Markup. And let's do obviously inline keyboard. This would allow us to attach an inline keyboard to the message that we are sending. So let's do something like this. So first row, first button within the first row. Okay, so let's do text. Text. Click me. Okay, click me, and then we're using URL. Let's do our Telegram channel, solutions.en. Okay. Just for the sake of convenience, let's do beginning. So make it a proper URL. Okay, so what we did, we added an inline keyboard. The first square brackets denote the layers of rows. So the zeros, like the starting position is obviously the first row, and within this we can add a couple of buttons. So we added only one button, but you can add up to, I want to say 3, but don't quote me on that. Okay, so this done, we need to obviously respond. So here's what we're going to do. Await, because asynchronous function, update, inline query, answer, sample result. So because we need to return an array of results for the inline query, we are returning one result. So let's do this. Python .py. Hopefully that's going to work. Okay, let's take this bot name and let's go to our channel that we're practicing in. As you can see, it's already loading. And it's loading, and it's loading. Give me a second to double check everything. Okay, give me 1 second. Cache, found the error. Cache time 0. Sample result type yes, ID yes, title yes, input message context yes, reply markup. Okay, let's try one more time, and if not, I have the code just to set this entire thing up. Give me a second, inline mode. Okay. Then let me just copy this, replace, just to ensure that we are on the same page. Yep, my bad. Okay. Yeah, should be good, should be good, should be good. Okay. Okay, let's try one more time. And if that's not going to work, then I'll be very upset. Okay, give me 1 more second. Give me 1 second to stop sharing and double check if I put in, I figured it out. Give me a second. I put in the wrong credentials for the bot. So hopefully in a second, I'll be able to share. Yeah, so while I'm updating the bot, yes, you can easily use this. Give me a second, sorry. Yeah, you can use it as JavaScript or TypeScript. The process is very similar because essentially what you're doing is you are using Telegram API to talk to your, give me a second, sorry, to talk to our Telegram ecosystem. It's super straightforward. I figured it out. My bad, guys. Okay. Okay, so the reason why we saw the issue, let's take this out. Let me share again. Share the screen. Window, like this. So the reason why we did not see the response is because I had a brain fart, and we're using it inline query handler, and then we go back and add a handler here. So add handler, inline query handler, obviously, and then you just choose the inline handler that we had there. Okay. Let me share the entire screen. Let me double check that it works. Can find field. I see. Give me a second. We're going to fix that in a second. Message text. Person line for result can find. Give me a second then. Let's do like this. Okay. Should be straightforward. Perfect. Let me share the entire screen. Yeah, my bad. My Firefox just crashed. My bad, guys. Okay, so let's get back to it, and I will share the screen. I'll share the screen, and we'll go from there. Okay. Share screen and the entire screen. Perfect. We should be able to see everything now. Okay. So this one done. We're already pulling. Let's see how it looks like. So as you can see, we added the button. So the button obviously leads to one of our informational channels. Please subscribe. But let's play around with it a bit more, just to see if we can make it even better. So the thing that would make it even better is obviously a picture that you want to add. So let's do just that. So link preview options. This would allow you to add a picture to the thing you're sharing. And I took the picture from DoraHacks webinar announcement. So we are going to have commas here. We're not going to forget it. Clear. Let's run it again. Let's see. Okay. So as you can see, we already updated the message. So that's something, but that is not it. For your own information, if you want to add, for example, a GIF, if you may, you can easily do that. I'll show you. Let's do like this. Let's do Google. Let's do, for example, GIF. Okay, looks all right. So copy image address. Let's go here. Okay. Let's do like this. Let's try. Okay. So, and let's see. So that's something. So that should be an easy way for you to kind of make your inline queries more interactive. So it's very straightforward. A couple of solutions use it, and yeah, it's just a very, very, very easy way to make it more engaging for the users. You can also mention the user's first name, like in the sharing. You can add all sorts of different details just through f-string alone. So there is that. We're not going to go into more depth because you can figure everything out by yourself. Okay. So with this done, let's go to the next part of our exercise. Next part of our exercise is about updating the inline results. So as I mentioned before, these things on the left, they look like they're messages from, as you can see, I'll try to show it. Okay, let's do. So as you can see, this look like these are messages from the user, but in reality, these are the messages from the bot. And if these are the messages from the bot, you can obviously control them. Okay, let's see. Let's walk through an example, shall we? So, okay, let's create a new inline, a new function for this. This time, we're going to create a chosen inline result handler. So let's go chosen inline result handler, as usual, update. Just taking the default context type, default type. Okay, so first of all, you need to, this handler listens in for the chosen inline query results. Chosen inline query results are the type of updates that your bot receives when he's listening to the inline feedback. So as you have figured out, we need to set the inline feedback. If you see, if inline mode is on within the bot, you can get inline feedback 100% or disabled. If disabled, you don't get chosen inline query on your webhook or through long polling. If it's 100%, you get all of them. So that's going to be very useful for making your inline queries more interactive. Okay, so let's start with, we need to get the inline message ID. So update, I chose inline result, inline message ID. Perfect. Let's also wait. Let's set up the code to wait and import waiting asynchronous import async. Otherwise, it's going to be hell on earth. Okay. Okay. So let's wait. Let's wait for. Let's wait for 5 seconds. Sleep. Let's do event 3, so we won't have to wait for too long. Now you obviously need to tell your bot how to change the message that it received through the chosen line result. So let's do just like that. Bot edit message text. Give me a second. Okay. So for this one, inline message ID. Inline message ID. Okay. For text, let's do here's unupdated message, and let's do reply markup as well, different. So reply markup is going to be inline keyboard, obviously. keyboard. As I mentioned before, rows, the first row, and now let's do text. Text, hi. Update button. Okay, perfect. And URL, instead of this URL, let's lead it to our let's do TTS t.me. Let's do username. I think they have a channel for the usernames, premium usernames, so we can check that out. Okay, theoretically that is it. Let me double check. Yes. Okay, should work. No, not that it. That's not the end. We also need to obviously chosen inline query results. Okay, perfect. Now add handler, chosen line results, chosen line results handler. Okay, so this should be it. Let me change the time to even 1 second. Should be good. Clear, perfect. Now let's see. So let's clean this up. And let's launch the bot. Okay, so we have this, and theoretically, you can see in 1 second it updated. Let's change it a bit, and let's transform it to 5 seconds, because that's more interactive. And let's make this a bit different as well, because we might want to make it look prettier. So let's do it like this. New preview options. Let's do URL. And here's one of the images that I took from the web. Okay, comma. Okay. Let's see how well it works now. Let's start our bot from scratch. Okay, so we shared, and then in 30 seconds it changed this. And let's see if, and the button leads to Telegram usernames. So you can update using inline message IDs. You can update any message that you had, that you're interested in, and you can update old messages as long as they are shared through inline query. This can be an option. So for example, let's get a couple of other things. For example, we can make it more interactive. Let's do this. How about this? Counter 0. Let's do while counter equals 5, for example. And then in the text, let's do F, and then let's do counter, and then message counter. Let's start with this. Okay. Update the button, and for this one, we'll also do. Let's do F, and then counter, something like this. Let's try this, shall we? Let's see how well it works. Okay. So we have 5 seconds. It's going. I messed up. It's going to do this forever. Yes. Okay. Instead of this, let's do counter like this, shall we? This should be a bit better. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we should have probably included weight here as well. Let's move weight, sleep. Let's do 5. And then let's use these photos as an array to change the photos as well. So array of photos, right? So okay, so let's take this photo. Let's have it as first photo. Perfect. Then we are going to use, let's use this one as our third photo. Perfect. Then let's use the hackathon from the second day photo. Perfect. And let's do something else. This looks kind of cute. Okay, let's use this one. And let us use what else? Tone community. Or even wait. Tone the open league. Right? Let's use this one, the image address. Okay. Like this. Then okay, and then we are going to use array of photos and then counter. Okay, let's see how well that is going to work for us, shall we? Okay. So 5 seconds. First photo. Second photo. Let's see. Third photo. The only thing is, please be mindful of the Telegram flat limits. I think if you should check in with the documentation, but I think if you're overstretching, the number of calls you're making, if you're too close to the flat limits, you are going to start getting exceptions. So please do not update the messages way too often, otherwise your bot will stop functioning properly. So you need to keep that in mind. But so far, this is one of the easiest ways to basically create anything, especially because a lot of people, they think that a functionality like that is only accessible through personal chats with the bots. That's actually not the case. You can update any messages anywhere. You can make them interactive. You can make them look in a way that attracts users. So it's really up to you. And if you master Telegram inline queries, it will be it will be very useful even for the users. It can create a lot of very interesting interactions. So as we wrap it up, I will also show one last thing. So a lot of people are also asking, how do we make it all work together with our web apps, because we want to create a web app. For the web app, you simply need to use this one. Within the web app on the front end, you need to set up a switch inline query, and this would allow users to simply choose the chat where they want to send in the query. Our team has set up a sample of that, let's walk through that. So I set up workshop bot. As you can see, it's just a link. So let's do, give me a second, because it's always tricky on MacBooks. So let me log in through this. Awesome. So with web, share the link, and then super secret. But yeah, you can basically let's do like this. And as you can see, you can select the link, and it will put in everything that you need to do, that the user needs to do within the chat context. So you should use that. Incredibly useful, incredibly convenient to basically pre-fill the inline query for the users. So yeah, let's walk over the things that we explored today. So in order to build the bot, and once again, you can do this with literally anything. So if you want to use TypeScript, you can use TypeScript. If you want to use JavaScript, yeah, you can use JavaScript. So all the libraries are essentially the same. They are all just communicating with Telegram library. So input your token, create the inline handler. Within inline handler, just create a couple of options. For example, let's do one more option like this, and then let's do this 13. Sample result. Let's do 2, and let's do query updated to workshop 4. And for this, okay. Let's do like this. Hi there. It's the second option, for example. And for the picture, let's use this one. So replace the information, save, and click me. Let's do okay, let's do our yeah, sure. I will answer the question about the red lines as well. Give me a second. So we started the bot. Just for the context, also if you click here, you can create. And we forgot to add. Give me a second. Sample result. Okay, so sample result 2. Okay, perfect. Stop the bot, launch the bot. Give me a second. Results ID duplicate. Okay, you need unique IDs. My bad. Some ID too. Okay, should be good. As you can see, 2 posts. The first one, and since our inline result handler is updating this post, so we'll update 2 of them. So we'll finish updating this one, and then we'll send the first one. You'll see that it will get updated too. So these are very powerful features that I recommend you utilize with your bot. Now, let's answer the questions. So what are the red lines the bot should not cross in order to avoid ban with sharing policy? So first of all, you need to look through the documentation. They outline that the bot should not obviously steal personal data. Do not do that. It should not be too annoying for the users. It's an arbitrary policy that depends on Telegram. So just use your best judgment and ensure that your bot does not promote banned topics within the Telegram channels. So it does not promote copyrighted materials, does not promote adult content, does not provide gambling or illegal activities. Other than that, as long as you stay within Telegram limits, it's incredibly convenient. So yeah. I will also walk you through a couple of examples of interactions that you might put into the bot behavior. So for example, you can dynamically update the buttons within this post to show the number of users that are currently using your Telegram mini app. You can obviously update the number of customers. You can update the links or the text of the bot. Incredibly useful, incredibly powerful tool that I encourage you to look into. Hopefully this material was helpful to you. We created a bot. I will go through the quick overview just through what we did. So let's do like this. So we created an inline handler that essentially provides two types of inline query responses. You can customize them, just use documentation. It's very straightforward. We created a start handler, super straightforward. We created a chosen line query handler that takes in line message ID, the most recent one, and then uses counter, loops through the counter, updates the message using different photos, and updates the button, updates the counter within the text as well. You can update it any way you like, to the point that I think you might even change the entire type of the message from the text to, for example, audio or video. So just play around with it, because the functionality is really underexplored. The last topic about set inline feedback was on Stack Overflow in 2018. So not a lot of people are using these features, but they really allow you to customize the way people interact with your bot. And if you do it well, I believe that getting to your first million of users is going to be a breeze. It's not an issue. Telegram has all the users you need. So what you need to do is to ensure that you reach those users. And the easiest way to reach your users is obviously through the sharing. So if you can combine the sharing features like organized around communities and Telegram inline queries, I think that you can easily scale very quickly. So if you have any questions, never hesitate to reach out. I'm going to share the contact information as usual in a second. Or not. Give me a second. Okay, so here's the contact information that you need, like this. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me directly. You can use our telemetry bot for analytics, or you can email me or find me on any other social media. I'll be glad to answer any of your questions if you have any. And if not, well, hopefully you enjoyed this workshop, and I'll see you next time. Next time, we are going to talk about more in-depth features and analytics and all the other things that you need to get your venture off the ground. So Vladimir, if you have anything to add, you can add. If not, we're about done too. Oh yeah, I'll share the code, and in the group chat we'll share everything.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Chris. And I'll add that our next workshop will be about GameFi inside Telegram. So stay tuned, and it'll be very interesting. So yeah.
Hopefully. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day, guys. We'll send everything in the chat soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.